In what could be a pivotal move, NATO is predicted to mobilize nearly 100,000 soldiers to Russia, organizing 12 extensive programs. These programs are expected to bring together 40 countries and their respective military forces in a display of unity and strength. The question is, how will Russia respond to such a display on their doorstep? Meanwhile, China, another global superpower, is set to engage in a military drill against Taiwan. This move has the potential to escalate tensions in the region and could have significant implications for Taiwan's future. What will this mean for the balance of power in Asia? In a surprising turn of events, Pakistan has reportedly launched an attack on Iran. The response from Iran has been swift and decisive, with 12 missiles launched in retaliation. The locations of the missile strikes are yet to be confirmed, but one thing is clear: Iran is not taking this attack lying down. Intelligence reports suggest that both India's Foreign Minister, Jaishankar, and Pakistan's President have been seen in Washington. Could this be a sign of shifting alliances or simply a diplomatic play in a game of international chess? At the same time, there are rumblings of conflict in the Middle East. Russia is allegedly planning an invasion of Ukraine, while Hamas is rumored to be preparing for a move against Israel. The Houthi movement too seems to be gearing up to invade Pakistan. Perhaps most shockingly, Iran has launched a surgical strike against Pakistan. It's a bold move and one that has further complicated the already tense situation in the region. In response, Pakistan has launched 12 missiles into the Balochistan Strait, a critical waterway between Pakistan and Iran. As the year unfolds, it's clear that 2024 will be marked by political maneuvering, conflict, and potentially significant changes in the global order. From NATO's mobilization to China's military drills, from Pakistan's attacks on Iran to the rumored invasions in the Middle East, the world is poised on the brink of a transformative year. In conclusion, 2024 is shaping up to be a year of uncertainty and potential upheaval. The events we've discussed today could have far-reaching impacts on international relations, shifting power dynamics, and potentially redrawing the world map. It's a year that promises to keep political enthusiasts on their toes, and one that could redefine our understanding of global politics.
Have you ever wondered about the intricate geopolitical dance between China, Pakistan, and America? It's a dance that's been choreographed over decades, with each move impacting global affairs. Picture this. It's the early 2000s. General Azim Munir, a prominent figure in Pakistan, aligns his country with China. A bond is formed, a bond so strong that these nations refer to themselves as Iron Brothers. China reciprocates this sentiment, openly declaring their friendship. Fast forward a few years, Azim Munir travels to America, coinciding with the same period that India sends its foreign minister Jaishankar to Iran. The timing of these diplomatic maneuvers isn't coincidental, but rather a well-orchestrated ballet of international politics. In the background, the American military machine hasn't ceased its operations. A request is made to Pakistan, a request for a drone space, a strategic move that could tip the scales of power. Despite the pressure, Pakistan remains firm, echoing China's stance on the same issue. Meanwhile, Iran fortifies its defenses with Union-Vatic tanks, a move that catches the attention of China, who is at the same time ambitiously working on its Belt and Road Initiative. A portion of this initiative is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, a project that could reshape the region's political and economic landscape. The goal of this initiative? To bring Afghanistan into the world stage, to integrate it into the Belt and Road Initiative. Initially, the plan was to incorporate Baghdad, but after careful deliberation, Afghanistan was chosen instead. This decision was backed by Balochistan, the Taliban, and Kerry. However, this move faced opposition. The Iranian and Islamic people expressed concerns about accepting Afghanistan. Tensions rise as the Persian people voice their disapproval, fearing that Pakistan won't accept Afghanistan and may instigate extremism. Simultaneously, the Taliban, a group known for their opposition to Pakistan, intensifies their activities. They're not alone in their fight. The Uyghur people in Afghanistan join in, creating a formidable force against Pakistan. As the situation escalates, China finds itself in a difficult position. Without Afghanistan, the Belt and Road Initiative, and by extension the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, faces a major setback. China needs to return to Afghanistan, but it's not that simple. Back in Pakistan, the political situation is volatile and job opportunities are scarce. The border with Iran is weak, making it a potential hotspot for conflict. The remaining weak countries, Iran, Sistan and Balochistan, are teetering on the brink. To summarize, this geopolitical saga is a complex dance of power and influence. It began with Pakistan aligning with China, then evolved with diplomatic maneuvers involving America and Iran. The dance continues with the controversial Belt and Road Initiative, Afghanistan's integration, and opposition from various factions. The situation is further complicated by the volatile state of Pakistan and its weakened border with Iran. How this saga unfolds will undoubtedly shape the geopolitical landscape of the region and, by extension, the world. Have you ever wondered why the geopolitical climate is so volatile? It's like a game of chess with nations as the pieces and the world as the board. Let's take a journey back in time just a few days ago, on the 18th of January. The Iranian Chief of Staff, Khamenei, urgently requested an emergency meeting with the Ministry of Interior. A report had come in from their ships on the Zirgan Yuningu, claiming that Iran was preparing for something big. With daily meetings between China and Pakistan, Iran's sense of urgency was palpable. Yet despite the growing tension, Iran felt a sense of helplessness. A confrontation seemed inevitable, but who would their adversary be? Enter the United States, always ready for a fight, always ready to defend its interests. But not Israel. Despite their long-standing rivalry with Iran, the size and military might of Iran made the prospect of war daunting. It's not every day you come across a country with more air defense systems than 27 other nations combined, and with more ballistic missiles than Israel. Meanwhile, Pakistan had its own problems. A mistake in Ukraine had drawn Russia's ire, and the specter of war loomed large. The Shia-Sunni issue, a topic we've previously explored, added another layer of complexity to the situation. Fast forward to today, where Pakistan has launched an attack on Iran. In a country plagued by a weak military, rising terrorism, lack of jobs, and domestic issues, this move seems reckless. If India joins the fray, the situation could escalate rapidly. The consequences of these actions are already manifesting. The organizers of a terrorist organization in Pakistan have killed Iranian police officers and military officials. Iran, once seen as a haven for terrorists, is now deemed a sinner. The country is isolated, with few allies to call upon. But who is truly behind the war? Iran, who supports Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthi. Iran. The signs are clear. Iran is the puppet master, pulling the strings of these proxies. As the proxies wreak havoc on America and Israel, it's evident that control is slipping away. Pakistan is in a precarious position and must tread carefully. In conclusion, the current geopolitical situation is a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and power struggles. Iran's growing influence, Pakistan's reckless aggression, and the looming threat of war all contribute to the instability. As we move forward, it's crucial to understand the power dynamics at play and the potential consequences of these actions. Remember, in this global game of chess, each move can have far-reaching effects.